Dan, did the AI gods shine on?
It was not the best day for Oracle. It was not. Now, I think it's important that we kind of look at this somewhat holistically. Oracle is a company that has found itself at near or at floating around all-time highs. So perhaps priced to perfection heading into earnings. I mean, this thing was near $200. It was up like high double digits year to date and had seen its highest, the highest price in a long, long time. So what's happened to the name? Well, I mean, the bottom line is it was like very sort of narrow misses on, a couple of different places. But Pat, I don't even think it's that important to talk about those misses. Broadcom missed too, and it ripped. The thing here, long as it was up, I think you actually put it in your tweet, 68% to the year. So it dropped a few points. But Pat, here's some things that were really positive. 52% IaaS growth. This is the fastest cloud infrastructure growth in the industry right now. Just to be clear, is it because they're the best and the biggest? No, they're not the biggest, but they've done a really, really good job of seeing their cloud infrastructure business grow. Their backlog is growing. RPO is what they call it in SaaS and in software. They're still seeing their earnings grow meaningfully on a year-over-year basis. They're launching these massive mega clusters. They're partnering with some of the biggest hyperscalers on the planet. Pat, I think this is a company that's performed really, really well. When I see these misses so narrow, the last thing I'm going to say on this one, when I see misses this narrow, I'm always sort of floored at how you can miss by like a penny. But you and I both know that means they probably pulled every last inch and dollar and penny to try to get there. They got really close. But Pat, overall, Fusion good, NetSuite good, GPU growth and AI cloud growth good, OCI growth good. Like, it's a narrow miss. This thing is ripped. It is roared. A little pullback's probably healthy to take into the next growth. I've been really impressed with Oracle's pivot over the last 2 years.
Yeah, Dan, I did say this in my tweet, and it has everything to do with that 68% up for the year. What I think it's important for people to recognize is that, EPS up 24%, RPOs up nearly 50%, record IaaS at 52% growth, which is well above market, albeit a smaller number. And, these, very respectable ERP numbers. I think is just fascinating to me. 19% on Fusion and 20% on NetSuite. That's absolutely astonishing to me, particularly when I align this up against SAP's growth. And SAP's cloud growth is big, but this is all Oracle has, right? Which is Fusion and NetSuite ERP. A couple drill downs that were interesting on the IaaS business was, GPU consumption up 336%. They've got a 65,000 node H200 cluster that's ready and online and being used by Meta. I think it's really cool that that OCI has become in some ways an outlet valve for many companies. I mean, Azure uses OCI, Meta uses OCI, and I think some of the big questions that people should be wondering is how durable is that in the future? I mean, it's great to see that, but like, how long do you plan in for that growth? Azure said, or Microsoft said in their last conference call, that they could see being caught up in the second half for CapEx. And I'm just wondering if that continues or how it continues for other vendors. Because if, that growth as a percentage will go down, just naturally, the law of large numbers. But, if the dollars start really trailing off, then it could be an issue. I don't see that happening in the next 12 months, but it's something for people It's something for people to consider.